So hi, welcome to your reading. Today we're doing a reading about your person's thoughts and feelings, and so this is going to be any person on your mind, and we're going to see just what they're thinking, what they're feeling about you. This can be somebody you're in a relationship with, or somebody that you're just is on your mind. It can be any kind of situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but I'll probably be in like a romantic vibe. I'll probably be like talking like it's a romantic connection. And so if I just say something that's like a little bit off or a little weird, and you're not looking at a romantic connection, you're looking at a friendship, just take it as it resonates. But yes, I'm going to give you 3 playing cards to pick from. Or I think I'm going to do 3 piles. I like doing 3 piles. So there we go. I'm going to use those ones because I don't want you to see the playing cards. But we're going to start out by looking at your energy to help you resonate with your pile. And then we're going to go into your person's. So boom. First card. I also have crystals for you to pick from today. Boom, 2. I think we'll do 4 just because it looks like it'll fit evenly. That just means I'll have to do more reading, but that's fun. That's the vibe. 4. And I do have 4 crystals, so that's perfect. And then our first crystal for pile 1 is going to be Epidote Ruby. And I think this is going to be pile 1. It could be this way or this way. I'm not really sure right now, just because we'll see. For pile 2, we have Strawberry Quartz. For pile 3, we have Aquamarine. And for pile 4, we're going to have Red Quartz. And then we have these 4 cards. You can choose from one of them. And this is going to be your energy on these cards. And so this will help you just resonate with your pile and make sure we're talking about you and not somebody else and somebody else's person. And so whenever you feel intuitively connected to your pile, you can go to the timestamp in the description. Yeah. I'll give you just a second. If this is in the video, then you're just watching me struggle. That's funny. But there we go. It looks pretty even. And we're starting off with Epidote Ruby. And to be honest, I don't remember what Epidote Ruby means or anything about it. I remember, nothing about it. So I'm going to have to Google it. So I'll be right back. Okay, pile 1. Your stone is Epidote Ruby. And Epidote Ruby is an actually really cool stone. It's all about bringing like foresight. It helps with dreams and brings inspiration. I can't really show you, I'm sorry. But it helps with inspiration, helps bring dreams in, positive dreams of the future. It's also good for healing energy levels. It helps with weight management. And something else I read, let's see. It helps you find the inspiration to keep going. It'll bring like joy to like a boring life is what it kind of said. And so it's just a really good stone. It has really protective qualities, and it's also it like brings in abundance. So kind of good for everything. Very metaphysical, very like spiritual. One of the biggest things I think it said though was about dreams and like dreaming of the future. And so bringing in like foresight. Okay, let's get started on your energy. Let's look at your energy first before we get into the connection. We have the King of Swords, and then we also have the 4 of Pentacles. The 6 of Swords. I think we're going to get 4, well, we'll get 5 cards. We have the Joker card coming out, and then one more. We have the 8 of Pentacles. And so I feel like your energy right now is very focused on yourself. You're I feel like you're very inspired. You're looking for some way to increase your skills, your talents. You're looking to improve on your own uniqueness, I feel like. And you kind of feel like a little bit in solitude, I get. You're being very intellectual right now. You're really like learning a lot and really focused on like your education. I'm also getting that maybe there's some things in your life you've been leaving behind. You've been trying to like purge out like the bad energy and like keep the good energy. There's a big vibe of that. that you only want like positive energy around you. You're really protecting your energy right now, I feel. I'm gonna roll dice too for your energy. And so we have, that was at 9, not at 5. We have 3, 9, 7, and 5. So I feel right now you're very lucky. You're very, you're kind of on your divine path. In terms of leaving things behind, I see that the change was kind of necessary. And I feel like you feel very like blessed, very lucky. I'm getting that maybe you are having actual insights into the future from like the stone and like the number 7 being on top of the Joker. I feel like you have a very good connection to source and you feel very connected like to the higher powers. I'm also getting just a very like spiritual person overall. We have 9, which is about completion. And so I feel like you're really moving into the ends of your journey. You feel like you're moving into like the more advanced levels of spirituality. You're really manifesting knowledge right now. You're really going for that knowledge. You're really trying to learn a lot and like trying to advance through, knowledge. But yes. I definitely feel like you're trying to improve yourself right now. You're really focused on yourself. So I don't feel like you and your partner maybe, or this person you're thinking about are in a relationship necessarily. I'm not getting that vibe. And if you don't feel like that described you at all, then maybe this isn't your pile. Maybe you should look at the different one. There are 4 to choose from, but I do feel like that's your energy. Very unique and very educated, very smart. I feel like you're very much a high achiever. Like you go for out there goals. Like you try to improve constantly. So let's get some energies out here. I'm gonna start off with this Oracle deck. And this is going to be your person's thoughts and feelings. So we're just going to start off with general. We have 33, Paley Summon. And so right now you could be really calling this person in, or this person's really like trying to manifest you in some way. Because Paley Summon's all about like bringing things in. It's all about making things like come. It's literally summoning something. Pele is the goddess of the ocean and the goddess of volcanoes. And she's the bringer and destroyer of life. She's a very powerful goddess to the Hawaiians. And so I feel like you're really trying to summon that, like you're trying to summon God's help right now. Like you're trying to summon like a divine intervention in some way. First card coming out is the Star. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And so in your connection, I definitely feel like you're hopeful. You're very optimistic about this connection. You're really trying to like summon this person in. You're really trying to bring them like closer. You're trying to like maybe telepathically communicate with them and try to like give them the ideas that like you want to see them or something. The Queen of Swords is like showing up that like you feel this person's really a perfect match for you, that like you feel like they're very intellectual, very smart, just like you are, and like you feel like you're a good match. You feel like you're both very smart. And then we have for the third card for the connection, the Two of Cups. And so I did feel a vibe of separation, but this does feel like it could be even just a marriage vibe, or like I'm not getting any harsh energies between you two. I'm just getting like I'm getting distance. But I don't get that either of you want distance. Let's see, how should I organize this? I think if I do it this way, we'll have better luck fitting everything in the screen prettily. So boom, and boom, boom. I never lit your incense either, so let me do that real quick. Did my candle stay lit? I went upstairs for a minute. That one's not lit, and that one still is. So let me grab an incense. Try to light this. Oh, nope, we failed. So maybe like y'all had a really deep connection and then like the fire kind of burnt out a little bit. Like now is like not a hot moment necessarily. Things are a little dim, I feel like right now. But in general, there is a lot of love here I'm getting. This feels like a long connection, like one that's been around for a little while. Doesn't feel like a new connection at all. It feels like one also where y'all are kind of comfortable with separation. I don't feel like right now you're enjoying the separation, but I feel like y'all are comfortable like being apart from each other. And like you can work through it and then like kind of get over it. And like, it's okay, it's not the end of the world. You know you'll see each other later. You trust each other is what I'm getting to, a big vibe of trust. With the star, we have lots of Aquarius energy coming out. So you or your person could be an Aquarius. And yeah, that's the main energy, definitely, is Aquarius. But there is a lot of hope for this connection. There's a lot of hope that this connection won't like end, that it'll continue going, I feel like. That it'll go much further than it has currently. Oops. Let's get some more vibes, some more energies. I saw the Magician. And I think the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, the Eight of Cups. So currently it does look like there's some separation between you two, like some longing for you to be together. And one more card. And the Five of Swords. And so it does look like some kind of argument, some kind of like disagreement led to this separation. On the back of the deck, we have the Hermit. And so definitely some loneliness vibes. Definitely some not wanted vibes, I feel like. But it's also spiritual growth. Like I was saying earlier, there's lots of spiritual growth, I feel like, in this connection. And so this loneliness could be unwanted but necessary kind of loneliness. And I feel like both of y'all kind of understand that this could be like completely necessary for your like your spiritual growths. But I think that looks better. And so yes. Now let's see what your person is thinking about you. We have two cards just flying to the ground first. So this person is thinking about the Ten of Cups. This person sees you as the love of their life almost. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of emotions. With the Two of Pentacles coming out too, it's like they see you as both a marriage partner and somebody they can work hard with, somebody they can like partner up with and team up with. They see that y'all want to work together and they really want to work with you on something. They see a good balance here between the two of you, I feel like. There's a good respect level. There's a mutual respect. But this person definitely respects you. But I do see a mutual respect, definitely. I feel like y'all are very much on the same page in terms of this connection. I definitely don't feel like it's where like one person has a crush and the other person doesn't. This definitely seems like a strong connection that's been around for a while. And I do feel like y'all are going through like some trouble maybe right now. But I feel like the trouble is just like, it's a temporary thing and you'll both understand that. And so y'all are just giving each other your space. Let's see. We have the Sun coming out. And so that's all about joy and optimism. This person sees joy and optimism with you. They're really happy. They really do appreciate like getting to know you, I feel like. They're really joyful that they know you. And the Lovers. And so they do see this as like a very balanced connection, a very divine connection. One that's definitely meant to stand the test of time. Lots of very big cards coming out. We have Hope, and then we have Lovers. We have the Star, I meant. So lots of really big cards. A pretty good balance, though, of like everyday cards and like big life events. And so this is a connection where like y'all live like the everyday part together and y'all can like go through like big events too. You'll definitely trigger each other's growth, I feel like. With the Page of Pentacles, this relationship does kind of feel like a dream come true to this person. This person really does appreciate you and really does love you. Then we have the Sun coming out twice. And so you could be a Leo because they are thinking about like you as a leader, as you as somebody who's like very joyful, who is very optimistic and very happy. They see you as somebody very like fun and childish maybe, but like childish in a good way, like adventurous and exciting. There's a Star. I flipped it over. I don't think I'd take it though because it was with a bunch of other cards. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Switch up the vibe just a little bit. And so there is some element of the past coming up in this relationship. This person does see that the past is having an effect on the current like situation, which can be a good thing and a bad thing. Maybe y'all are healing that together, but I feel like y'all are both in separation. So maybe the past caused y'all to get into the separation, which is okay. At least y'all can respect each other enough to give each other your own space, because I don't feel like anybody's like going crazy over the separation. I feel like it's a mutually agree, like y'all mutually agree that this is necessary, kind of. Even though you both don't really want it. Okay, let's continue getting some energies. I'm actually gonna put this one right here. I'm gonna put this card on the side. We have rainbow DNA. And so this does feel like a very vibrant, very like unique connection. It's one of a kind, kind of. And I feel like y'all get each other on that level, like where it's like y'all are both very unique people. I feel like you both feel like there's not another one of you out there. What is your person thinking and what do they feel for you? Because we can see that they definitely have a lot of love for you. They're definitely thinking about like the past a little bit and some troubles that have come up. But overall, they're very optimistic, very joyful. They're very glad that they get to know you. And they seem very happy to know you. We have the Two of Swords. And so there's something that they're not seeing. There's some kind of hidden truth. They feel like you're hiding something maybe from them. And so they don't feel like you're being completely honest about something. It's interesting. The Eight of Wands. So maybe this is a connection that kind of came together really quickly. Then we have the Death card. So this is a transformative connection. Y'all came together, I feel like, really quickly, and it's like y'all's lives changed overnight around each other. That's Scorpio energy. So we have Scorpio, Gemini, Leo, and Aquarius energy so far. Big energies on the table, for sure. We have the Ace of Wands. This person feels inspired by you. They feel like you really turn their life upside down, but like in a good way. You bring like a good kind of chaos to their life. You really make them like feel creative and like inspired. You bring a lot of joy to their life, a lot of happiness, I get. You really make them feel creative and like a child again. We have the Ten of Cups coming up again. And so if y'all don't have a family, this person's definitely thinking about starting a family with you. They definitely dream of like having a family with you, I feel like. This connection overall, I feel like the person's a bit dreamy about you. They kind of put you on a pedestal in that way, where it's like they feel like you're a fantasy and you're not real. Even if it's been like years that y'all been together, it still feels that way to them. And then the Eight of Cups again. So this person really is thinking about the separation right now. This person's really thinking about like either you walked away or they walked away, and they're really like longing for you, I feel like. There's really a big missing, but like there's still a vibe that they know y'all will come back together. Y'all just haven't at the moment yet. And so I do get a big vibe of like missing each other. Definitely. This person definitely misses you, and like for it to come up in the center, like the middle of the reading, I definitely feel like y'all miss each other like mutually. But this person's definitely missing you for sure. The Eight of Wands, they definitely want to come near you, I feel like. And with the Death card being like on a horse, I'm definitely getting like they want to travel to you and like come see you, but it's like they have to finish this thing that they can't, they can't right at the moment. They feel kind of stuck, like their hands are tied, I feel like. On the back of the deck, we have the Magician again. And so wanting to create something, like make something happen. There is a want or a desire here to change things, to like change the circumstances. Because I don't feel like either of you are happy with the current situation. Let's see, what's going on? What are some more thoughts and feelings about from your person about you? We have the Five of Flowers. And so there is a vibe of like butterflies still. There's an innocence like butterfly vibes here. They still feel like you're very unique and like you're very creative. You really inspire them. You really get them like going. You really make them feel like a kid again. You really get them like excited for every day. We have the Four of Wands coming out. And so this person really wants to celebrate life with you, I feel like. They really want to, like, if they're not married, they really think about marriage a lot too. They're definitely thinking about times that y'all have had fun together and times that y'all have celebrated together. I'm getting like birthday party vibes because of the rainbow DNA. And so maybe you went to a birthday party with this person. This person sees you as a leader. And so they see you as somebody who's very stand up, who's very motivated towards their goals, who like takes the path that's less traveled and is always excited and enthusiastic. But they also see you as somebody very intelligent. The Eight of Wands. And so they see you as a go-getter, I feel like. Somebody who's not afraid to go out and get what they want and who's not afraid to do some heavy lifting, like do the hard work. Somebody who will like is a pioneer in a way. Like you'll be the first one out on an adventure, definitely. Like you love a new adventure. Is how this person sees you. Let's see. They maybe see you as somebody who's like not flighty, but moves around a little bit, I'm getting. And so maybe you move around a lot for work and like maybe new inspiration brings you to different places. You could be some kind of like travel scientist or like some person like, I don't know, who like travels the world and like does different jobs or something. I'm getting a vibe of like you're a dreamer, and so you're like maybe an artist of some kind or something. You're an intellectual, maybe a writer. I'm getting a painter too. I'm getting though that you work like an unconventional career. We have the Ace of Cups. And so this feels like new love still. This still feels like a new connection, like y'all just met each other sometimes. And so even though y'all have been together for a while and y'all might be even married, I feel like y'all are, it feels like new love every day. Every day feels like a new day. We have Judgment. And so there does feel like there needs to be a decision made. Your person feels like there's some kind of transformation that needs to be finished before y'all can come back together is what I'm getting. With that coming right on top of Death too, that's Pluto on top of Scorpio. And so that's very like, that's kind of intense energies. There's some kind of intensity here that needs to be settled. And then the Three of Swords. And it's something that really breaks their heart, I feel like. Maybe there was some kind of quick moment where like something really bad, not really bad, but like something like happened, like an argument or something. And this is what they're like, they're trying not to remember, it feels like. They're trying not to see what happened here, I feel like. They're trying not to notice it, you know? So there's some kind of mistake or something here that just was not very positive. Let's see, what is your person's thoughts and feelings about you? We have the Wheel. And so right now they feel kind of stuck in a cycle, like things are just how they are and like there's not much you can do about it, kind of. They're hoping for some good karma, I feel like, some good like positive change. And they do feel like things are changing. The Two of Cups coming out again. And so I feel like despite any change, they definitely feel like you're around to stay and that they don't have to worry about you going anywhere or like them leaving. You don't have to worry about them leaving you or anything like that. They definitely feel like connected to you, like they want you and like nobody else could like replace you, I feel like, in their lives. There is a vibe that this was very quick love, that fall in love. Like y'all were like love at first sights kind of almost. But I feel like that was so long ago, it's interesting. So what is this person's thoughts and feelings of you? I saw the Emperor there. And so he was a leader, somebody very controlling. That's Aries energy. And then we have the Hanged Man. And controlling, I mean in like a good way. Like you control your life around you. You control your situation. You don't let like circumstance determine what happens. You determine what happens kind of energy. You take control. And then we have the Nine of Cups, which is a card I was thinking about a minute ago. And so this does feel like a connection that is like, y'all are in a phase where it's like, y'all are being tested to see if y'all really do love each other. If y'all really can stand the test of time right now. That's what I'm getting. Because like, I feel like there was a moment like of heartbreak or something. And so if this is a newer connection, this could have been like your first like big problem in the relationship maybe. And so it just feels like there's like a moment of like heartbreak that went to separation. And it's like something that nobody saw coming kind of. It wasn't what anybody really wanted, I feel like. And it's like, y'all are waiting to see like if y'all can reunite, how that's gonna work. Let's get one more of these cards. And the Herald of Cups. And so it does feel like a delightful surprise is on the way. That's coming on top of the Four of Wands and next to the Five of Wands. And so there's like a little bit of conflict, but it's like good conflict, I feel like. And you're waiting to see like if it gets better or if it gets worse, kind of. It's in that vibe where it's like, it's in the middle right now. On the back, we have the Ten of Swords again. And so I feel like that's talking more about like before y'all met, like past traumas, or like y'all could have known each other back then. But like I feel like that's talking about past traumas, like childhood stuff or like early life stuff, not necessarily like recent stuff. So let's see what's going on in the connection right now. What's the current like situation? We have up there where y'all are about separated, but like what led to this separation? What led to the separation from your person's point of view? So right now I get that your person's kind of just in this phase of like waiting, that they're kind of not sure what to do. They're not sure what direction to go in. They're trying to pick a direction, but they're kind of stuck at a crossroads, or they're kind of stuck at like a junction. And they don't know if they should turn around and go back or if they should pick a new direction. Let's see. We have the Two of Swords. And so yeah, they're really, I feel like, just confused right now. They're still indecisive. They still don't have a decision made, I feel like. The Three of Wands, but they are manifesting positive like outcomes in this connection. They don't want to give up on this connection for sure. They're definitely trying to manifest this connection. They feel like you're their soulmate, kind of is the vibe. Like they really do feel connected to you and they really do want to manifest this connection. But let's see why you separated. maybe there was an unsure vibe in the connection. Like, y'all both felt this, like, passion for each other, but, like, you weren't sure exactly what you wanted. But it's like, the separation has taught you exactly what you want, I feel like. I feel like the separation has been very overwhelming. Look at all this fire energy that came out. Literally, it's like fire, 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 and then indecision kind of a little bit. In the middle, there's manifestation. This person is manifesting you, definitely. They're manifesting this connection back into their life. But with the Ten of Wands at the end, it's like, they're a little bit like, they're just still like, there's still too much going on, I feel like, for them. It's like too chaotic right now, and they don't want to bring new problems into the connection, I feel like, too. So why did y'all separate in the first place? I feel like it's both. It goes back to, like, y'all both had a lot of life decisions. Like, y'all both had a lot going on in your own worlds, and it made it very difficult for y'all to be together. Like, there was just too much chaos or, like, something in your worlds. And y'all thought it would be best to take, like, a break, kind of. A break to focus on, like, your financial futures, to focus on your own, like, wallets, kind of. To get more comfortable. Yeah, it looks like there was a separation so that there could be victory. And so y'all separated so that y'all could plan for victory. Y'all didn't separate to plan to, like, break up at all. I don't know if the separation was planned necessarily, but it kind of looks like it was. It was agreed upon or something. Even if it wasn't agreed upon, like, it was, I feel like it was for the greater good. Temperance. It's teaching you, like, to endure, like, pain in this connection, I feel like. It's trying to test the waters to see if y'all actually, like, care about each other this much. Like, how much do y'all care about each other enough to, like, repair the connection? Or do y'all not miss each other enough? Is it, like, worth it? Those are the questions I feel like that are being asked right now. And I feel like it's on the positive note, because we have victory there, and we have all that fire, literally. There's so much passion in this connection. So much passion in this connection. We have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles can be about defeat, but it's also about planning. And so it's like there's a vibe that this person's, like, trying to assess how to come back. They're trying to figure out what they need to do in order to be able to come back. So if this person, like, hurts you, then it's like they're trying to find a way to apologize. They're trying to understand, like, what they need to apologize for and make sure that they come correct. And if it's like you hurt them, then they're kind of waiting on you to make a decision, I feel like. And the Six of Swords. And so there is a vibe that y'all are both out in the cold and really just not sure what to do. The Tower. And so things do feel like they've crashed around you, and, like, you just feel very secluded right now, I feel like. You feel very on your own, like, both of you. You feel kind of both, like, each, like, left. It's like y'all both agreed to leave each other, and it's like y'all both regret it now. It's a big vibe of that. Like, very tough energies. The start of the reading, the very first card that came out for your connection was hope, though. So it's like y'all hope to come back together, and then we're ending with the Tower, kind of. I'm going to get another row for their intentions, like their next intentions, or, like, what's going to happen next in the connection. Because this is, like, the current energies and, like, the past energies. So let's see what's going to happen next. What's likely to happen next? We have the Three of Pentacles. And so lots of work, lots of, like, trying to accomplish goals and, like, trying to get to a more stable future. I feel like working on mental health too, like the spiritual journey, because the Hermit was a big vibe, I feel like. I don't know why the Hermit was such a big vibe. I guess it came out early and it's buried now. But I believe we have the Hermit. I do feel like this is a very spiritual vibe right now. We have the Seven of Swords. So in the future, it does look like, let's get a clarifier. The Three of Discs, the Seven of Swords. Lots of sevens coming out too. Judgment. And so in the future, there will be some kind of decision made about some kind of sneakiness from the past, I feel like. Somebody may get, like, caught. Something will be brought to light. Some truth will be, like, spoken about, I feel like. We have the Queen of Cups. And so there is healing coming. There is healing in the future. There is, y'all are manifesting, like, not giving up, definitely, both of you, I feel like. I feel like you both just don't know how to, like, not give up in this situation. It feels like a big loss, and so it's like, what do we do now? Like, how do we come back from this? And then one more card. For your future, what your person wants. And so your person does want to, your person's still not sure what they want, I feel like. I still feel like they're undecided a little bit. They're trying to figure out what to say, like how to make the connection right, how to fix things. I'm gonna get 2 or 3 more clarifiers. We have the Six of Swords. And so they're making a judgment call about this leaving behind, about this separation. And they're trying to figure out like how to come about the situation with calmness, I feel like. Because I feel like there can be like over dramatic vibes a little bit with the Five of Wands coming out, like a bluff, like people like have emotions just for like show off and like to make a mess kind of. And they're trying not to do that this time because I feel like that happened in the past. Y'all are both just so passionate that it comes out very loud, I feel like. The moon, so it's an illusion kind of. Things that are all very confusing right now. And so what does your person want in the future? Clarify. The Seven of Swords again. The High Priestess on the bottom. I'm going to ask one more time, one more clarifier. Why the Seven of Swords? For the future. What's in the future and why the Seven of Swords? Why the Seven of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles in the future? We have the Princess of Pentacles. One more card too. And the Five of Cups. And so they feel like this is a dream come true that never got to come true, and they're trying to think of a way to like sort of get it back. The Seven of Swords is like a tricky situation though. They're trying to think of a crafty way to like win you over. They're trying to think of some way to like to earn you back almost, it feels like, to like prove themselves worthy of you. Or vice versa. There's like there's a big energy around like needing to think their way out of the situation that they put themselves in. The Five of Swords is heartbreak, and so it is a very sad situation. It's not a situation that either of you are happy with at all, I feel like. It's a situation of like, just like, I feel like there's also good things around you that you're not noticing in this situation. Like, there's benefits like about the healing and stuff, and I feel like you're kind of like, you're focused on the negatives more so than you are the positives. And I feel like turning your focus to the positives, to the like the fact that y'all are getting to heal, and the fact that y'all do still want to come back together and stuff. Y'all still both do want to work on this connection. I feel like if you focus more in that direction, it'll bring some more positivity into like everything that's happening. And then let's get an oracle card for their final intentions. What do they want ultimately in this connection? They want the fruit of life. And so they do still want to create things with you. They do still want like, that gives me like family vibes, or like they want to create something with you still. They definitely don't want things to be over. And then we're going to get a couple more playing cards. Just for your person's energy right now. So what's their energy, like, what's their personal energy? Like, what's their energy alone, separate? Because y'all are in separation, I feel like, right now. And so what's their energy? If not, then it's like an emotional separation where like neither of you are very content with like the situation currently. And y'all are just kind of like going through the motions, like not really talking to each other and really not sharing your energy. Your person's energy right now is they're working hard and they're taking what comes to them, I feel like. They're focused on themselves and they're really prioritizing like getting their money. I feel like they're trying to match you in a way. And so maybe they feel like a little inferior, or like you're a harder worker than them, and they're trying to like really like prove to you that they're a hard worker. That there's somebody who is just as motivated by their goals and just as goal driven and just as independent as you are. As they feel like you are too. We have the Ten of Cups coming out. So they're still feeling like a good vibe of self-love. They still feel connected to you, I feel like too. They still feel like they have a family with you and like there's going to be a future with you. They're still hopeful. Like we said with the Star, y'all are both still very hopeful. The Six of Wands, they feel like they've had some victory recently. And the Three of Wands, some of their manifestations have been coming in. On the back of the deck, the Six of Pentacles. And so it's like they're solving any problems that they've been having in their personal life, and they're really getting like to a stable place again. They're really trying to be that leader that they want to be, and they're really trying to stand up for themselves and create the life that they want. I feel like with the Epidote Ruby, like, there just needs to be some more communication would be nice, because there does seem like a lot of blocked communication, like a lot of not speaking to each other. And then also some more like, some being able to see into the future a little bit might help. And so like really taking like this message as like the truth that y'all both really want to come together, and the best way to get together would be to focus on yourselves and like grow as a people. I feel like if you take that message to heart and you really like focus on yourself and like wait for this person to either talk to you or like wait a little while and reach out when things have changed a little bit and cooled down, and like you have a better understanding of what happened and like why y'all are in the separation to begin with, like when you really have time to like process it, because it does seem like y'all really hurt each other's feelings in some way, or like there was some kind of conflict that really sparked bad taste in each other's mouths. And I feel like that's not what you want in the relationship. You want positivity. And so if you really take a moment to step back and look at the situation from a third person, like a different person's perspective, you would see that the separation probably is a good thing and that it's going to lead to even better things. And so stay hopeful and don't lose the optimism. Just keep pushing. Keep working hard on yourself and keep growing spiritually. Keep growing physically and emotionally in every way possible. Trying to be your best self. And then if for some reason this connection isn't able to work out, know that it's for your highest good, and like then you'll be ready for the next connection that's going to come into your life whenever that happens. And which I'm not saying that this won't. I do feel like y'all both really want to come back together. It's just in case it doesn't. I mean, you can't put all your hope and belief and faith in one relationship. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes people aren't meant to be when they feel like they are, you know? But this seems like a good relationship overall. It does seem like it's built on very strong foundations. And it seems like a lot of good happened. It's just a couple, like something major. Brought y'all a little bit apart. And so maybe y'all just forgot why you missed each other. Maybe you'll remember again soon. But thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And that's it. It's a really good song. I haven't heard that song in a while, actually. It's a vibe. It's called Strawberry Soda. I cannot remember who it's by, though. But yes, you should definitely look it up. And I feel like you're feeling very inspired right now. I'm also kind of feeling inspired, so that fits the vibe. And yeah, like I said, your stone is Strawberry Soda. And we have lots of rose quartz today on the on display. And so it feels like a vibe. You feel very connected, I feel like. Let's look more into your energy, though. I lit all the candles. Yes, they're all lit. Soon, hopefully, I'll have my own candles to use in the show. Or in the video, instead of having these ones that I bought from Walmart. Hopefully very soon. I have the tins today. I'll show you. I didn't plan on this, but I'll show you them. They're little 4-ounce tins for little 4-ounce candles. But yeah, they're just little metal tins. They're really cute. They match kind of pretty good with, this is what I bought, because I'm doing, like I said in one of the videos, I'm doing a project where, like, I'm making a skincare thing and I'm making a candle. And so these are the bottles for the skincare. They're little dropper bottles. I gotta clean them still, so it doesn't really matter if I open it. But yeah, I'm gonna boil this, and then this probably I'll clean with vodka, like Everclear. So it's all sanitary when you get your stuff. And then this will have a candle in it. And yeah, I feel like it's a vibe. I feel like this would look cute on your vanity together. And then it'll come with like a little spell thing, and you'll get a piece of rose quartz. And so this is the vibe for Scorpio season. You'll get 2 pieces, I think, of rose quartz, actually. Because I have quite a bit. And so yeah, I think that's quite cute. I think that's quite cute. That's quite a cute vibe. But we'll see. You're the first people to see that, really. I haven't showed that to I haven't showed any of that to many people. Ooh, lots of secret ingredients, I feel like. I feel like the Krabby Patty formula. But your energy is very independent right now, is what I'm seeing. I feel like you're very inspired and you're kind of working on your own projects. Kind of like what I was just showing you, my projects. I feel like you're very much in your own element, in your energy right now, and I feel like you're very much vibing. So I feel like maybe you do miss your connection, but I feel like you're doing just fine on your own. And I feel like you should recognize that. The 2 of Cups, and so maybe you're in like a marriage or a big commitment. You have like a soul partner, you know what I mean? A life partner. And then the 3 of Swords in your energy. I spoke too soon. Because yes, you are feeling very independent. And then we have slow and steady wins the race. And so I feel like you're recognizing that, like, and then you have the Page of Diamonds on the bottom. And so I feel like you are recognizing that, like, this is a connection that will take, like, time to progress. And whatever situation you have right now will change over time. I feel like you recognize that, like, things are ever changing and things are growing. And your best outcome will come from patience. From patience and allowing things to flow naturally. That candle's almost out, but it's still working. But yes, I feel like that's the vibe. I feel like you recognize that too very well. We have Gaia Grid coming out. And so I do feel like this is maybe a long distance connection. Oh, the candle just went out. I guess I'll set her to the side for now. Yes, we have Gaia Grid. So I do feel like this is probably a longer like distance connection. This is a connection where like maybe y'all can't see each other much in the physical, but with the grid and like the connectedness, I feel like y'all do meet each other in the 5D a lot and like dreamland and like in the ether. So like not necessarily on Earth, but y'all do get to see each other. I feel like every night when you close your eyes, that's kind of the vibe. You feel very connected to this person spiritually is what I'm getting. Do I use the same deck for the main one? I'm not going to. I'm going to shake it up just a little bit. And we're going to use this deck. Usually I like to use that crow deck though for like the connecting energy. because this is your energy. This is where you're at. And then this is going to be the general connection overall. And so usually I like to use the same deck for all of those, but this time I'm going to switch it up. Just because I like this deck. I want to use it. I don't use it too often. I don't use it for this much that often, and it's really good for it. It's a good storytelling deck too. The Moon. And so I feel like right now things between you two are very confusing. They're very mysterious. You're really not sure if you're going left, if you're going right, if you're kind of in the middle, like what's happening. And then I'm also getting big bridge vibes, and so big 5D vibes. Because like reading tarot and stuff can be called like a bridge. Ooh, I dropped all the cards. But reading tarot can be called a bridge because it's like you're connecting the physical and the spiritual world. We have Judgment, we have the World, and we have the Chariot, just so you know. Which are big vibes. Those are big vibes. Like big energies. Especially like you have the World and Judgment coming out together. And so I definitely feel like the separation is either going to be ending soon or it's going to become like... Something's going to be happening soon. That's what I should say. Something is definitely going to be happening in this connection soon. It feels like something like big was going to be happening, like an event of some kind, like something noticeable, something you can't come back from almost, like something will be changing soon. Your energies are the Moon, like I was saying, an illusion, and then death too. And so there is transformation currently going on. Things are evolving. We are transitioning into Scorpio season 2. So things are very much on track, on the course. I feel like the Moon is playing a huge part in everyone's emotions right now too, which it generally always does. But like I feel like right now especially, like it just feels very impactful, the Moon. I was supposed to do a video that was supposed to go out before this one, so we'll see if I decide to do that today. About like the connection, like a connection and like the difference that the Moon is making on it right now. And so we'll see how that goes. I don't want to trash the video just because I already did 2 of the 3 piles. But then I did one of the other piles and I messed it up. But that's not an excuse. I just got to redo it. But I forgot that I was supposed to be doing the Moon vibes. I just did regular thoughts and feelings and I didn't do anything about the Moon. And it kind of stunk. Because like I spent a whole 30 minutes filming that and then I had to throw that away. That wasn't usable. But we have the 5 of Cups. So I got to pay more attention. And the 5 of Swords. And then one more card. We have the Knight of Swords. And so it does feel like some hearts got broken in some way. Like something happened, like something very reckless happened. Some kind of chaos happened that really like hurt your feelings and hurt their feelings. I feel like there was an argument, there was some kind of fight, there was some kind of disagreement. And it was some kind of unnecessary disagreement. It was something that maybe shouldn't have happened in general. On the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Cups, but I always shuffle again. So we don't know what the actual bottom was, I forget. But yes, I feel like something unnecessary happened in this connection that kind of split you two apart. And I feel like there was already distance. I don't feel like this is a connection that's really met too much in the 3D. But I feel like there is a want to meet in the 3D. I just feel like it's a long distance vibe. And it's a long distance argument vibe that like has kind of drove y'all apart a little bit. And so we'll see what comes up next. But yes, I do feel like there was a fight that happened. And I do feel like soon a decision will be made or some kind of like conversation will happen about this fight. I don't feel like that's happened yet though, but it could have already happened yet because there's a bunch of different people watching this. And so everyone's going to be at different points in the timeline. We have Hexadron Cube. I keep dropping cards but I can't grab them. Oof. And I got plastic in my lap. I'm going to show you these cards, but we're not going to keep them. We have Above the Storm, and so things do look like they're looking up. And then we have Stone Stories, and so these bad events I feel like will come out as like a story to tell like your children. Like it'll come out as a learning experience. So that's a positive vibe. You will be learning from the situation, I feel like, rather than like giving into it or like giving up on it. There's a learning vibe here. There's a willingness to adapt and overcome, to grow, which is a good thing. You can only ask for somebody to be willing to like listen and grow. You can't ask for them to be perfect, but you can ask for them to grow. You know? That's what you want in a relationship, is a connection that you can grow together with somebody. Like, where you can make mistakes and you can hurt each other and then you can forgive each other and you can, as long as you're not repeating the same mistakes over and over again, you can grow from your mistakes and you can see change happen. But yes, we have Hexadron Cube, and so this does feel like a vibe where it's like, it is leading towards like you coming together with this person. Ooh, keep dropping cards. I don't have a cube dice over here, do I? Oh, yes, I do. So let's get an energy for this. We have 3, manifestation. So despite the differences, y'all are manifesting that y'all come together. Y'all are working very hard to be able to come together, I feel like, on both ends. Because this is the connecting energy. And now we're going to get your person's thoughts and feelings. So y'all are both feeling a little bit confused, but still like oriented on the same goal. What's your person thinking about you? What's on their mind when it comes to you? We have the Knight of Wands, and so they're very enthusiastic about you. They definitely feel very passionately for you. We had the Knight of Wands just a minute ago too, and so they're definitely thinking about like having some spicy times. I feel like they've been missing your company a lot too, is what I'm getting. Like they've been missing like seeing you, or like they've been missing your company. They really want to be next to you, is the vibe. The Page of Pentacles and the Sun coming out. And so they really desire you. They really desire to have like a moment with you, a connection. They really desire to be like up on you and like very close to you is what I'm getting. Strawberry soda vibes. They really desire some joy with you too. They see you as somebody very joyful, and like they see a lot of joy with you, that they could have a lot of pleasure with you. They see lots of fire with you too. Fire, but like also like real like earthy grounded like energy too. So they see somebody that like they could hold, and like they have dreams and desires with. And they also see like the passionate side, where it's like they have more quick dreams and more quick desires too. And so they want the long term and the short term. They want it all, kind of is what I'm getting. For energies, we have Scorpio, we have Pisces, and we have Leo now. So you could be a Scorpio or a Pisces or a Leo, and I feel like your person could be a Scorpio or a Pisces. But they could also be a Leo as well. The Page of Cups fell out too. And then on the back we have the Knight of Cups. And so literally the Page of Cups and then the Nine of Cups on the back. And so that's pure romance vibes. That's pure energetic magic. Emotional and energetic magic. Let's get some more energies though. What is your person thinking about you? What's on their mind right now? The King of Cups. And so they're thinking about like learning to control their emotions, learning to get their feelings under control, and learning to not react based on like what they feel. I feel like that's a big lesson that they're learning right now, is not to overreact and to be able to act in a grounded, in a logical way while also being emotional. Because I feel like you make them highly emotional, and that's part of the problem, was they just got overly emotional at one point. There could have been a fight because of that. And the Three of Swords. They are thinking about this disagreement, this fight. We have the Three of Swords coming up in your energy. And so I feel like they did hurt you specifically in this case. And I feel like they're really thinking about how they hurt you. Let's get one more card from this deck right now. The Seven of Pentacles. And so it's like they're assessing the damage they did. They're thinking about ways to do damage control right now. They're thinking about, how to clean up their act a little bit. How to, literally how to clean up their act a little bit is what I'm seeing. How, y'all can find joy after, what happened in the situation. And we have the World on the back, too. And so there is, a real big longing. Ooh, the smoke's right in my face. But there is a real big longing to be closer to you and to be able to, speak to you face to face is what I'm getting to. So very good. This person does really, I feel like, regret what happened, which doesn't make it any better because it does look like they hurt your feelings out of, an unnecessary emotion. But, I feel like they're recognizing that and they really are trying to, work on this. Because I feel like they do care that they hurt your feelings. It's not like they're, just oblivious to that fact. They definitely seem to have noticed. The World card. So finally it comes down in the spread. Yes, definitely they're missing you. They want to come near you and they want to be around you. They're missing your presence if they've ever got to experience your presence. But if not, then they're just missing your vibe overall and they really want to experience your presence. They're ready for whatever cycle, whatever is going on between y'all to end and for a new cycle to begin. They're ready for a new beginning with you. And they're preparing for this, I feel like. I feel like they're physically preparing for this too. They're working hard and they're trying to make plans to actually make this happen. Right now they're feeling like they have to just be resilient. They're also feeling very impulsive, I feel like. And so they really want to come to you, I feel like, right now, but they're like, no, we have to wait. I have to make sense out of this. And they're trying to think logically and they're trying to think from a grounded, stable standpoint that makes sense and is practical. Practical is the word. So what are their thoughts about you? Lots of fire in this reading. We have, that's a lot of cards. But we have the Wheel of Fortune. And so they're hoping for some good karma, some good luck to come around. They're hoping for things to change. We have the Emperor. we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Ace of Wands. And so they're looking for some new inspiration. They're looking to, they feel like you, let's see, that's your energy, and this is what they think about you. They see you as somebody very, very inspired. They see you as very original is what I'm getting too. They see you as very unique. They see you as somebody who, like, nobody compares to in that way. And I feel like they really see themselves as having been reckless in this situation too, because that's coming out twice. And they see you, I feel like, really as the Queen of Wands, is very independent. And so, like, they're almost, like, afraid that they're going to lose you a little bit. I feel like that they are thinking about that as, like, a possibility that they have, like, pushed you away. Because, like, with the Nine of Swords coming up twice, they feel reckless. They feel like they've done something here. With the Wheel of Fortune, they're hoping that things do change. They're hoping for some good karma, some good luck to come in, and some, like, for the wheels to turn, for things to not be the same as they are now. We have the Knight of Cups, and so they see you as a romantic. They see you as very, like, dreamy is what I'm getting. They see you as very, like, very romantic, like wine and dine kind of energy. And with the Emperor, they see you as somebody who has a lot of control over themselves. Somebody who is very, like, stable, who can do things on their own, and who doesn't need anybody else to help them. They see you as somebody very independent, and they see you as somebody very, like, strong in themselves. Very in control in themselves as well. We have the King of Spears coming out. And so they see you as somebody who's very in control of their own mind, I feel like. I feel like they see you as definitely somebody who's very in control of their life and, like, their thoughts, their emotions, their feelings, and who can make logical decisions and emotional decisions very evenly, where they feel like they can't do this necessarily. They feel like they're more reactive than they are, like calculated. We have the Seven of Swords coming out. So tricky energy. And so they are seeing you as, like, very smart, very calculated, but also a little bit tricky maybe. And they feel like new love is here. Like, this is a vibe of, like, new love. This is a vibe where it's brand new. They really don't know what to expect, I feel like, too. They really feel, like, flustered kind of around you and stuff is what I'm getting. It's brand new to them. Like, this is a new experience. This is something they've never experienced before, maybe. The Seven of Swords, though, they do feel like maybe you have some secrets, some things you're holding back, some truths you're not speaking. I saw the Seven of Swords earlier, too, in the deck that fell on the ground. But, like, yeah, I feel like they feel like there's some secrets here. There's some things that you're not saying altogether, like, you're not speaking the truth necessarily. I'm not saying you're lying, but you're hiding something or something. They see that you have some, like, secrets. The Three of Pentacles. They see you as a very hard worker who's very dedicated to their own success and to themselves. They see you as somebody who has, like, goals and ambitions and, like, isn't going to settle for anything less than what they want. Judgment. And so this is them really hoping for, like, a second chance is what I'm getting. Like an opportunity to speak to you again, or to explain what happened and to apologize, hopefully. Because that's what I'm getting, is that they feel like they did something and they feel bad about it, and, like, they want to come to you and tell you about it. But I feel like they're doing it kind of in the backwards order, where they're trying to come to you and speak to you in person, when they need to, like, give it time first. They need to give it some separation first. But it goes back to that impulsivity. You make them feel very impulsive, I feel like. We have the World coming up too. It kind of came up in reverse. And so the World coming up right after Judgment, that's the second time it's happened too. They really, really, really want to come see you, like, right now is what I'm getting. And then the Five of Cups on the bottom. So and the World, and the Fool, I mean. We're going to take it. And the Emperor again. But the Fool. So this is like, these are the cards in order, literally. And the Five of Cups, they feel heartbroken. They feel like heartbreak is what stands in between you and them being together and being happy right now. Like, some decision that happened, something that happened, like, there's something silly that happened, or, like, some silly mistake that they made that's standing in the way of their happiness right now is what they feel like. They feel like it's their fault too. Like, they really feel like kind of dumb is what I'm getting. Like they shouldn't have let this happen. They shouldn't have let this thing come in between y'all. They really are regretting this, I feel like. I feel like they're really seeing, like, the consequences of their actions. Let's get some more energies. We have the Decahedron. That's, again, confirming that this is a very spiritual connection, I feel like. Like, a very spiritual connection. Decahedron is all about, like, it's the fifth element. It's the element of spirit. And so it's the element of things that are not necessarily explainable. This is a connection that I feel like feels unexplainable to them. It's a very unearthed, like, otherworldly connection. I was trying to do this. There we go. Do I have one of those dice sitting over here? It does not look like it. And so I'm gonna roll just one of these ones. Actually, I'll roll this one. We have 13, lucky number 13. 13 is one of my lucky numbers personally. My moon, fun fact, is at 13 degrees of Scorpio, and 13 is like an unlucky number, and Scorpio, like moon in Scorpio, is like one of the worst placements in the zodiac. And so I literally have like the most unlucky moon ever. Like, quite literally. My emotions are a detriment to my health and everyone around me. But it's okay. Hey, and then guess what fell on the ground? Well, I was shuffling. The isohedron. The thing I just rolled. Funny how that works, right? Lucky. You get lucky with unlucky things sometimes. Like, the more unlucky you are, the luckier you are, kind of. And then this whole reading is kind of giving me a playful-ish vibe. Like, I feel like you have a very childlike energy in, like, a good way. Because of the strawberry quartz, too. Like, it's giving me a very, like, a very innocent. And then the other vibe is infinite wisdom. With number 7, too. Wait, no, that's 8. Abundance. I thought it was 7. Yeah, that's really good, though. Infinite wisdom. This person feels that you're very intelligent. That you get your wisdom, I feel like, straight from the gods. And, like, you're very divinely guided and you're very divinely protected. You're very intelligent. They see you as somebody not to play with in that way, like where you know your stuff and like you're not stupid. They see you as somebody not to like play games with, definitely. Let's get just a few more energies and then we'll be into the question or the next parts, the next segments. I just keep dropping cards today. I guess I need to shuffle over the table more. Luckily, my table goes in and out now, though. But, let's see. We have the Chariot. And some more cards about movement, more cards about wanting rapid action. This person definitely wants to come see you. They feel like your family as well. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune falling out. Let's get one more card, please. And the Three of Pentacles. They see, like, you working hard and they want to, like, be with you while, I feel like, while you work. They want to, like, help you work and, like, support you while you do it. They want to be there with you while you, like, support your dreams. The Four of Wands, and this card's, like, specifically a business, like, person, like, running a store. And so I feel like they see you as very, like, an entrepreneur. You have the Queen of Wands coming up a lot, too. And so I feel like they definitely see you as independent, like, somebody who runs their own shit, who needs nobody's help. But, like, they're on their own. Like, you can be on your own. It's no problem. Let's get 2 more energies, and then we'll be on to questions. I think I forgot one more deck too, actually, so we'll get 2 more after that. We have the Knight of Swords, and so again, that reckless vibe. They see this reckless vibe in between y'all. And I feel like they see that as the thing that's separating y'all, is like they're more calculated, or you're more calculated. They see you as more like practical and like intelligent and like, not intelligent, but like they see you as somebody who's more evolved than them in the way that like your thoughts, like, you carry through with your words and like you carry through with your actions. When you say something, it's more likely to happen. Like with them, it's like it's sometimes a little bit more reckless. They feel like that they're a little more unpredictable than you. They feel like you're more predictable in that way. Like you're more I'm not sure if predictable is the right word, but yes. We have the Ace of Wands, and so this feels like an inspiration again. They feel like you're their inspiration, and like I feel like that's kind of a mutual thing. You feel very inspired, and I feel like that inspires this person. So I'm not sure where you get your inspiration from. It could just be like you're very self-motivated, and I feel like that's what inspired this person to learn to be self-motivated. They have the Hermit too, and so they feel very alone right now, but they're growing spiritually through this alone time, and then I feel like you're inspiring them to do so. You're inspiring them to evolve. I feel like they really put a lot of like a lot of gratitude towards you for that, like for making them feel so like, for making them feel like they have some way to evolve and grow, or like encouraging them to. On the ground falls the Princess of Pentacles, but I'm not going to pick it up right a second, because I don't want to bend down over again. We have the Princess of Pentacles, then we have Strength coming out, that's Leo energy. And we have the Princess of Wands. And so this person sees you as somebody who's very like excited, very fiery. They see you as very strong, I feel like, and they see you as having overcome a lot of your shadows, I feel like. They see you as still like maintaining a young energy with like a mature energy, and so they still see you as like playful and like exciting. They still see you as somebody like very enthusiastic about life, even though like you've been through a lot, I feel like. And then the Five of Swords comes out, and so they do see this argument, this fight between y'all. Let's get what your person's next intentions are. So what does your person want next? What is your person's next intentions? What is their current intentions like to happen next? What are they currently intending to bring into this? So that's really sweet. Earlier they had the King of Cups with this deck, and now they have the Queen of Cups. And so it looks like their next intentions are some kind of like commitment or some kind of seriousness between you two. Let's get some more cards. Their next intentions, the Ace of Pentacles. They have something that they want to offer you, some kind of like thing that they want to give you, like a gift or like some kind of commitment is what I'm getting though. With that vibe, they feel like you're a perfect match, and so they want to make that known in some way. The Queen of Swords. And so I feel like they want to apologize in that way. They want to offer you something as an apology for like their words or whatever they did that hurt you. The Hierophant, that's the marriage card. That's big vibes. That's big commitment vibes. So they're thinking about like the long term right now. And so they're thinking about ways that they can like win you back over. And the Four of Pentacles, they want to give you something that will make you feel like proud to be with them. That'll make you like look good and like make you feel good about yourself. They want something like, they want to prove to you that they're worth as much as like they say they are. They want to prove their worth to you, and they want to make you feel like valued, is what I'm getting. Their next intentions are really like noble. Maybe a little bit much, but in a good way. I feel like it all comes from a good place. Because we have the King and the Queen of Cups, which is like the softer cards, like the sweeter cards. And so maybe they're a little bit, like, it's this infinite wisdom vibe too. Like, there's a little bit too much emotion, but like, it's a good emotion at least. Let's see what the next interaction between you two will look like. The Queen of Wands. Interesting. So very fiery and very watery. They see you as very mature, because like they see you as kind of all the elements is what I'm getting. What is your next interaction with this person going to be like? Judgment. And so it does look like they will be coming in to apologize to you in some way. Damn it. I dropped the cards again. See, earlier we had the Princess of Pentacles. It's like that dreamy energy. Oh, is that the Prince? Yes, the Prince. And so they're thinking it's a way to be practical in their approach towards you, I feel like. We have the World on the bottom. I dropped the Knight of Cups and the Five of Swords. And so I do feel like they want to come in and romance you and apologize for what they said or whatever like disagreement or like fight or argument or like emotional outburst kind of happened between you. They really want to apologize for that and like explain to you how they feel like they were wrong and like how they're planning to change things. Let's see. The Devil. Why this Devil energy? The Five of Pentacles comes out. So like insecurity was like taking over them, I feel like. But what's going to happen next between you two? What's going to happen next in this connection? What's the next actions? What's going to happen next? Only time will kind of tell. Right now it's kind of a mystery of what I'm getting to. I'm getting that there will be communication soon, or like very soon, I feel like. Flustered feelings. One more card to clarify. The Hanged Man. And so they're going to be seeing things from your perspective. They're going to explain how they can see things from your perspective and like how they do see like where they were wrong. I feel like it really is going to be an apology soon. They're going to really tell you how much they value you. It's soon, like very soon that'll happen, I feel like. Was it the King of Cups? And so this person, I feel like, really regrets what happened. They're going to really want to show you that like they've changed, or like they're willing to change, and that they're working on changing. They're really going to want to give you like some kind of proof that they're wanting to change. With the King of Cups showing up again, they're going to prove that like they are like able to match you, and they are able to meet your energy, like halfway at least. This person just has a lot to say, I feel like, because I just keep dropping everything. I've got this vibe that like this person is praying for transformation in this connection. They're praying for things to be different than they currently are. I'm going to move my chair. I'm sorry about the sound. It wasn't that bad that time. Yes, I'm getting the vibe that they're just praying for like a second chance, kind of. So what was this argument? Like, what did that look like? Let's get that vibe. Let's speak on that for just a moment. The Star, the Queen of Wands again. And so y'all could have gotten in some kind of argument where this person was kind of trying to control you or like to trap you down a little bit. And like you just weren't having it, I feel like. I feel like you went on your merry way a little bit because you were like, you're not going to control me, and like that's not how relationships work. On the Seven of Pentacles, this could have been an argument about like logistics. We have the Moon coming out, the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the World. And so it does look like some kind of like separation because of like a wanting to like move things too quickly. There was like an illusion of some kind. Let's see. An illusion of the Ace of Cups. And so I feel like this is a newer connection is what this is kind of saying. And it started very quick. It's like this person was like trying to propose to you like on day one. And I feel like that's just impractical. You're very Queen of Wands energy, especially. You're not like for that. And it's like it wasn't working, and like they kept trying to like propose, because even like I said earlier, it was like they're trying to propose very early. And so I'm kind of getting that vibe that like they were just coming on very strong, and you were just like, I need some time to get my own life in order. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Two of Cups on the bottom, like all marriage, all like very strong cards. And the Hanged Man. And so I do feel like this person wasn't seeing your perspective, and like now they are kind of seeing your perspective. Things have kind of changed, or like hopefully things will be changing for them. Hopefully they'll be understanding where you're coming from as well, because I feel like they're seeing a lot of their side. They're seeing a lot of like, let's get married now energy, instead of like your independent energy where it's like, let's think about this later, and like let's just enjoy the moment. And the King of Cups. Do we have the Queen of Cups on this deck? No. And so this person is trying to control their emotions right now. They're trying to really understand their emotions and like look at them from a more logical standpoint, a more grounded and more practical standpoint. This video has been 32 minutes. Damn, I thought it was I thought it was already being shorter. I thought it was like 23 minutes. We got one more little row, and that's to clear up any confusion, and we're gonna ask for some guidance in this connection. So what's some guidance for you? The Nine of Swords. So I feel like anxiety plays a big role in this connection, and it's important to remember that, like not to forget that like a lot of things that do go on are just this person's anxiety and your anxiety. The separation's a big vibe right now. The Six of Swords has come up a lot. And so maybe like leaving this connection alone for a little while, maybe taking a break from communication or some kind. I feel like this person will not be very happy about that, but it does look like that might be necessary. Or like it might be what you're being recommended to do, is to take some time to really think about it and see if it's what you want. And then we have the romance vibes. And so I feel like this is really asking you like to take time to think about like, do you want this kind of romance? Do you want this romance for yourself? Like what do you want from this connection specifically? And then taking things as they come. And so really not trying to overthink things, really trying to take them as they come, like in the moment. Why the Four of Cups? Page of Swords. Why the Page of Swords? And so this person is really planning like a comeback. They really are planning like a new situation with you, and they're really planning some way to like impress you, to make you feel good, and like to show you that they care, and like show you that they care in like a meaningful and practical way. And I feel like they really want to take things as they come, but it's like they're a little bit anxious and like nervous about things. They really want to impress you, and so they really try to like go up and over and beyond. I feel like this connection is bringing about a lot of transformation, I feel like, and there is a lot of like confusing energy in it. It's very mysterious in some ways. But I feel like you are being recommended to approach the situation as if you will be victorious and as if you'll win in this situation. And so whatever you're wanting, I feel like you are going to get, is what this is saying. Like to approach the situation as if you already have it, kind of. And to, if like you feel ready, reconcile. You have 666. But yes, to find some way to come back together. You have Strawberry Quartz. There is lots of romance here. I feel like you definitely feel it too. You know there's romance here. And so it's saying to really embrace the romance. Like, is it like, do you want to lose a romance, or do you want to have a romance? It's kind of what's asking. It's a decision you got to make. Do you want romance or no? And then Three of Wands. What are you manifesting is the question that we'll end this reading on. With the Ten of Cups on the back. Love. But yeah, I feel like that's pretty I feel like that was pretty much everything you would want to know about this connection. I hope that resonated, and I'll see you in the next video. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Your card is the Queen of Swords, your first card. And your energy is, your crystal is Aquamarine, so blue vibes. Very emotional vibes, I feel like. Very calm and tranquil, very peaceful vibes. Very soft and very beautiful vibes is what I'm getting. Like blue eyes, like blue ocean eyes. Like ocean eyes like Billie Eilish. So maybe some sad vibes. Aquamarine is a stone of, I feel like, emotional healing. I feel like it's a calming stone. And I'm getting a vibe of like some heartache a little bit, actually. Maybe your energy is a little cold right now too, is what I'm getting. So let's see. Let's look more into your energy. Like, I'm kind of feeling that energy. Not in a bad way, of course. But yes, I'm feeling a little bit colder of a vibe than like the last couple piles. The Three of Swords. And so you do look to be like in a state of heartbreak a little bit, like somebody who like really hurts you. We have the Two of Wands, and so you are planning some change in this connection. You're planning to take the lead in some way, like you're planning to change the dynamic, I feel like. And the Ten of Cups. And so even though there is heartbreak here, I do feel like there's still a lot of love here, and there's like romance vibes, there's like family vibes, and so you do feel very connected to this person. We have the Queen of Cups on the back of the deck too. So I do feel like you feel very connected to this person, like you can heal with this person, but I do feel like there's some pain somewhere in this connection that is being healed. I feel like you are hurt about something. Something has hurt you. Let's get the general vibes and energies of the connection. This is going to be just how both of you are feeling kind of about the connection, the current standpoint. We have the phases of Mandela, the phase Mandela. And so things do feel kind of like they're changing with the cycles of the moon. Things feel a little bit uncontrollable is what I'm getting. Things feel a little bit mysterious in that way. Like they feel like they're rising and falling like the tides, and like you don't have much control over whether it's up or down kind of. I'm using different decks for each time, like for the main center deck. And so first energy is the Seven of Swords, and so there feels like some deception here. Even though you love this person, it feels like there's some deception. And I'm kind of getting deception from both sides, and so like both of you weren't being completely honest with each other in some way. We have the Two of Pentacles, and so y'all both, or one of you could have been juggling another connection with this connection. But if that's not the case, that doesn't have to be the case. This could be a connection where you're just juggling like different priorities or different like responsibilities. You have a big vibe of family, and so family could have gotten in the way of this connection for you. Because it does feel like kind of like a wish. It feels like a dream or like something you really like desire, something you really desire to have. But it feels like something you almost can't have. Like it feels like a desire you can't have is what I'm getting. On both sides, like I'm saying, there feels like a forbidden fruit element to this relationship. We have the Nine of Swords, and for some reason right now, it feels like y'all are not doing too good. Like y'all are a little bit frustrated with each other or something. So let's keep going. I got two cards. I need one card. But we had the Empress and the Three of Pentacles, and so I do, like I was saying, juggling some work energies, some unsure energies, 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of energies. The Ten of Pentacles. And so it looks like y'all are both thinking about your legacy, and y'all are thinking about whether each other is going to be in that legacy or not. And y'all are thinking about how y'all would make it work, kind of, is what I'm getting. Like, how are we going to make this work is the vibe. Like, it feels like y'all do care about each other, obviously, but, like, y'all are putting emotions to the side, and y'all are both kind of thinking practically about, like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? How would this be possible? How does this make sense? There's just too many things maybe in the way. Aquamarine feels like a vibe of, like, crossing oceans, like, healing boundaries, and, like, healing that kind of vibe. It feels like that's the vibe I'm getting to, kind of. Let's see. Aquamarine might also help to bring in your emotions and bring in some of that pure, like, loving energy. Because I feel like you're both very, like, logical and very practical thinking right now. And maybe you need some of that. It could also help with some honesty vibes, because I do feel like there's some distrust between you two. Spiraling into love. And see how both feel like, or your person feels like they've got stuck in love with you. Your person feels like they met you and it's like they got just swooped in, like they didn't expect this. Like there was like love at first sight. And it's like they're under a spell now, is how they feel. Let's get some more energies out here. How do they feel about you? The Sun. And so you do make them feel very warm inside. You do make them feel very joyful. You really ignite their passion. You really make them feel like alive in a way that they don't, I feel like, normally feel. The Knight of Cups. And so you bring the romance out in this person. I feel like you bring a whole different side of them out. It's like something they've never experienced before is what I'm getting. Yeah, the Two of Swords. It's like something they've never seen before in themselves. I don't feel like they've ever seen themselves as this romantic person. And it's like you've completely changed them in that way where it's like they really want to pursue romance. They're thinking about it. And so I don't feel like they're fully into the romance idea yet. They're still kind of like, should I choose romance? But like they're thinking about it. And I don't feel like they've ever thought about it before. We have the Four of Swords coming up. And so this connection, they're thinking about like how much work would go into being with you, I feel like. I feel like it feels like it's a long way out, and like there's a lot of stresses, a lot of trouble like before they could get to you. The moon. And so it does feel like an illusion of like the heart, like something that's not necessarily practical, and like something that maybe could never happen, but it's like it's a good fantasy. It's a beautiful story to tell, is what I'm getting. How does your person feel about you? They feel like you're entrancing, is what I'm getting. You really like, they feel like you really pulled them in. I'm getting that they maybe think you're a Pisces, or like you're maybe a Pisces or maybe a Leo. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And so they are thinking, they're like replanning their life a little bit around you. Like they're thinking about ways to replan their life for you to be in it, maybe. They're like thinking about it. They're not really like committed to anything right now, but like they are thinking about like ways that they could restructure their life. They maybe have something they want to give you to, like a token of their gratitude for like the love that they felt with you. Mountain Alps. And so there is an energy of like distance and like having to like cross big boundaries in order to be able to be together. And so there could be a vibe of like being in a relationship. One of you could be in a relationship, because I was seeing that a minute ago, like the 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy, and like it's like they're in an unhappy marriage, and like you came in and like shaken their whole world up and like changed their whole viewpoint on love. They see it as like emotion. Literally, I say emotions in the Ace of Cups. So it's like you've changed their whole viewpoint on a relationship. You've changed it from like this stale, cold energy that's like not loving, and like you've changed it to something about emotions. The Queen of Swords. This person's somebody who they see you as very logical, and it's like now they see like this love with you, and they see you as like having both, like how you have logic and emotions. But I feel like they see you as somebody who doesn't really show their emotions, and so it's like y'all both brought this side of each other out, like that you've never experienced in yourselves, like this side about like your feelings and like true love and romance. This is kind of like a forbidden fruit thing. I think I said that in the beginning. I'm kind of getting that forbidden fruit vibe though. The 5 of Cups. And so they do feel like ultimately this could just lead to a really sad heartbreak of some kind, like where it's like you'll both agree like to part your separate ways and to go separately instead of trying to make it work. They do see that as a possibility or something that could happen between you two. They do think that this will really hurt them, I feel like, too, if y'all don't become, like, don't try. I feel like they would be really hurt by this. The Page of Pentacles. Do we have that already? No. Yes, we did. That was one of the first energies. That was the forbidden fruit energy I got. And so they do really dream about this. They really do dream, but they're trying to, like, stop that dream from happening. Like, they're trying to, like, think logically and keep their minds on their actual goals, the 10 of Pentacles, like, either their family or, like, their current endeavors, whatever they're working on in their own life. We have Death. And so you make them want to completely change their life, to radically transform. You've caused this person to transform, and they're thinking about the ways that you've caused them to transform. I feel like they've also noticed transformation in you. Like transformation that like wasn't coming before. It was like blocked off. It's like now you can like see. Maybe the truth in this situation, maybe y'all are very honest with each other too. I'm getting a vibe of like y'all both like told each other about like how y'all couldn't be in a relationship, but y'all still fell in love anyway, kind of. The Ace of Wands. It's like a burning passion that like you couldn't stop from happening, kind of is what I'm getting. There's this energy that's like is so like consuming that like it just kind of came on like and got you both by surprise. Y'all just spiraled into love almost immediately, is what I'm getting. And then the 2 of Cups. It's an emotional bond that you've never experienced before, is what I'm getting, really. I feel like y'all both have families or something. Y'all both have some kind of like reason that y'all can't really be together, and it's like this is a forbidden love. Let's get one more card. Justice. So much Libra energy. So much energy around partnerships and previous partnerships. The 7 of Swords coming out at the bottom of the deck again. Trickery. This connection I feel like came on really, really fast too, because I feel like I've been doing this reading really, really fast. Like really fast. And like, it's just like I had to keep going. It was like, it's juicy. So let's get some more energy, some more vibes. We have the 10 of Cups falling on the deck. Or on the floor. On my seat though. I caught it. I need to keep my hands up here. The 3 of Swords. So they do feel like there's love here, but it's like an ambition. It's like something they have to like make sacrifices for, and it's going to cause heartbreak on both sides no matter what. Like whether they choose this relationship or the one that they're currently in, if they're in one, or like if they like just are too busy with their responsibilities right now, then that's causing them heartbreak. It's like this love that like they can't see and like they're not supposed to look at, and it's like it hurts to love, but it's just so perfect and so right is what I'm getting. So there's such good energies around it. We have 3 aces. So this is definitely, I feel like, a new connection, and definitely a new love. And it's like they're trying to plan their whole life around this thing that just happened. Let's get another one of these oracle cards first. So what is this person thinking? What are they feeling right now about you? We fly together. And so they're thinking about like a new beginning. This is giving me like the Fool's energy, where like they want to like start over, their life over with you. I'm getting that the only problems in this relationship are just, well, other than this relationship being really new, are like problems of like both your lives and like melding them together. And like there's no problems between you two. It's like the heartbreak is that you two both exist, it feels like. The 9 of Cups. And so this does feel like a wish fulfillment, and like they're guarded off to it. They're having to like stop themselves from feeling like this is a wish fulfillment. Judgment. And so some kind of decision will have to be made before anything can happen. And it's like y'all are both stopping yourselves from letting anything happen, letting a decision be made. Y'all are both trying to think logically, I feel like. The Queen of Swords came up twice too, I just noticed that. And so that's your main, that was your main energy, was the Queen of Swords. So thinking logically and like with your brain instead of with your heart. I saw the Emperor, and so wanting control over this situation, or feeling like you don't have control, I feel like. The 2 of Swords. It's like there's some hidden elements to this connection, like some things that just aren't in the open, in the like light. The Moon, some fantasy, some like illusion. We were getting that vibe from the beginning too with the phases Mandela. And the 6 of Swords. In order to be in this connection, I feel like somebody's gonna have to leave something behind. There's like, it's a new love versus like old love. And so of course you're gonna have to take this reading as it resonates. I don't really know what the whole story is. I don't know who has what and what's what. 6 of Cups. So they feel like if they leave the situation behind right now, y'all will eventually come back together. And so there is a vibe that y'all are going to separate for a while, and like there's going to be this heartbreak, and it's going to be really tragic, but you're going to go on your own separate paths, and then like y'all know eventually later y'all will cross paths again. It's that if you love something, set it free, and if it loves you, it'll come back kind of vibe, where it's like you're going to actually do that, where you're going to set each other free, and you're going to give that time to each other to like get your lives in order, and then you're going to come back together. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. And so it's like y'all trust in the universe that eventually, slowly and steadily, y'all will fix everything and like come back together in like the right way. I feel like that's what this vibe is like y'all want to do things the right way. Like y'all want things to be like honest and like true. And y'all don't want to be cheating. Y'all want to be like, you want to be fair. And so if somebody's in a marriage, it's like they want to leave that marriage before they ever tried to pursue this thing, this connection. Really like noble vibes is what I'm getting to. Really honest vibes. Really heavy energy though. Because it does feel like really impactful love at first sight, like strong love at first sight. So love so hard it like broke your heart and made it in the same day, kind of. But let's see, what's your person's intentions with this connection? This was a lot quicker. I think this one has been 14 minutes so far, so much quicker. What is your person's intentions? Your person does want to take lead. They want to be like the King of Wands, which is what we got from the beginning. So your person does want to do that. They want to step up and they want to take that lead. And so do you. That's so interesting. Y'all are really mirroring each other. And then it cut the split to the Emperor and the Empress. Y'all really do mirror each other. Like it quoted me. Let's see. We have the 5 of Cups. What are their next intentions with you? The Moon. Their next intentions are very unclear is what I'm getting. Like, they really don't know what to do next. The 4 of Cups. And I feel like it's kind of tearing them apart because they really want to step up, but it's like they know that there's not really a way to do that right now. It feels like it's just not the right timing. And then the Queen of Wands comes out. So the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are separated by all of this illusion, this fantasy, I saw the 8 of Swords too being tied up. I'll show it to you, literally. But like, there's so much like in the middle. There's so much that's like keeping you apart, I feel like. The 8 of Cups on the bottom. The 8 of Wands is 3 8s. It's like an abundance of problems, and then you're gonna have to leave this thing behind for eventual, like, for y'all to come back together. But it is a dream with and the Fool, the Wheel of Fortune. A big vibe of right people, wrong time. That's what this vibe is giving me. Huge vibe of that. That's exactly what this is. So there's huge emotions here. There's huge connection. There's like huge love here. It's just, y'all both feel like, I feel like y'all both agree that like now is not the right time. There's no way to do this. What is going to happen next or soon between you two? What is the next actions? What's going to happen next? We have the Ten of Cups. And so if it hasn't happened yet, y'all are going to talk about how much y'all love each other, I feel like. That came up in your original energy too, was the Ten of Cups. And so I feel like there is going to be a conversation about how much y'all love each other. But like the Seven of Cups, how it's kind of a fantasy that can't really happen right now. It looks more like a conversation. Temperance. And so maybe there will be a passionate moment or something. With Temperance is Sagittarius energy. There could be travel of some kind. But like there's waiting vibe. And the Two of Cups. It's like y'all are going to share with each other that y'all both feel this way. And like there's this passionate energy. Because like this is a complete change from what we were getting just a second ago. Because like their intentions are to not do this. And now it's like they're thinking about it. But it looks like y'all are going to have some kind of passionate moment and then, like, agree to leave each other and, like, wait till the next time. And, like, never speak about it, kind of. The Chariot. You're going to go your separate ways. Why the Two of Cups? The Fool. Why the Fool? The Six of Cups. Literally. Y'all are going to agree to go your separate ways. The Three of Cups. Y'all are going to have, like, one good night of celebration, it looks like, is what is next to come. Is, like, one good night of, like, seal the deal. Like, we agree that we're going to separate and never speak about it again. And then we'll come back to each other one day when the time is right. Because right now the time just isn't right. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And so there is a want for more in this connection, but it's like y'all are busy in your own lives. You have to master your own lives first. And you have to come to, like, some kind of, like... You have to be real. You have to live in reality, and like in reality, I don't feel like this connection can work right now, and I feel like y'all both agree on that kind of. Let's look at. Let's just get one more row of 5 cards and see what's what's happening, what's involved. Because I do feel like this is really sad. This is really sad. The High Priestess. And so you're being guided to follow your intuition in this connection, to do whatever your intuition is telling you, to trust your gut feeling, and to believe if you're going to believe, to almost to know that this connection will work out. It's just not today, and like to find a way to be okay with that. The Illusion, the Moon. We have the Nine of Wands, the World. To let this cycle end, I feel like, too, and to be strong enough to be able to let this cycle end is what I'm getting. To be strong enough to end it where it starts, kind of. And the Eight of Cups, to be strong enough to walk away. And then the Hanged Man on the bottom, to be able to see each other's perspective and understand why things have happened the way they did. Because I do feel like y'all fell in love very quickly, and it's like y'all are both in 2 different connections, like, and so it's just a struggle. There's lots of emotion here. That's what I was saying. This is a very quick reading. I'm sorry, but it's very strong energy, very passionate energy, just very, like, decided. Like, y'all both agree, like, this can't happen right now. There's things that just keep y'all separated. Y'all both are in agreement, I feel like. And I do feel like there will be some kind of passionate moment, like, before things change. Let's get some guidance from your ancestors, from spirit guides. See what they're suggesting happen. Ace of Swords. So it's like a new idea. Have a new idea around the connection. Look at it from a different angle and see things from the truth. Focus on the truth and what is actually real, like I feel like y'all are already doing. So maybe go with your gut feeling a little bit. Not to cause any fights, but to go with your gut feeling and, like, if it feels right, to go with it, to flow. The Ace of Wands. To see this for what it is, a very new feeling, a very new connection, it's all new energy. The Nine of Swords. So think about how much anxiety this is going to cause in a way, because, like, I feel like y'all are going to be sneaky about something for a minute, and then it's going to be over, and, like, you're going to have to just be okay with that. Are you okay manifesting this anxiety is what you're being asked, I feel like, too. Can you handle manifesting this anxiety and, like, the missing each other, the watching each other, and like the not being able to be around each other, the Four of Cups and the Page of Swords, the distance, the separation. Are you going to be able to handle that? You have resilience coming up. Are you going to be able to stand it, like, kind of? And then the Ace of Cups falls out. That's 3 aces. So many aces in this reading. This is very new, but it was very hot, very quick, very passionate. The Aquamarine vibes. I feel like y'all both do need some, like, emotional healing from this. Y'all do need some, like, some vibes. Y'all need some vibe healing. The Four of Wands. And the Ace of Pentacles under that. The Queen of Pentacles. This person feels like you're the most beautiful person they've ever seen. The Two of Cups was under that, too. Last card. The Eight of Cups. It's like you're being guided to walk away, literally. It's a very sad vibe. It's a very, very sad vibe. But your guidance is, I feel like, to do the right thing like you already want to do. To follow your heart and to trust your intuition overall. To definitely trust your intuition. To make no hasty decisions and to really think about things from the logical standpoint. And to think about things also, like, from the emotional standpoint. What can you handle and what's going to, like, break you almost, it feels like. This feels like a make or break kind of situation connection. To really just make sure you're going to be okay, and to think of yourself first in this connection. This is still new love. It's still an emotion, like, maybe that you've never felt before. But emotions are just emotions. All emotions will fleet eventually. And, like, to remember that this will come back if it's meant for you, too. And, like, if you separate eventually, like I said, Six of Cups came up, like, I feel like a couple times. Like, it will come back if it's meant to come back. And if it's not, then I feel like you'll have another chance at the same kind of love, you know? And so I feel like that's your reading. I hope it resonates, and I'm sorry if this is as difficult as it sounds in the reading. But I love you. Have a good one. Pile 4, welcome to your reading. We're going to start out with your card. So we have the Joker. Wow. And so your energy is kind of a wild card is what I'm seeing. You also have the stone Red Quartz, which is a very interesting stone. Very, very interesting stone. We also had Strawberry Quartz in this reading, so you could relate to pile 2. But maybe not. They're not really that similar, honestly, but they're kind of the same. Red Quartz is about, like, soothing anger, healing trauma, and, like, it has an energy of, like, calming and, like, helping to solve issues. And there's another Joker. Helping to solve issues in romance, and helping to solve issues in your own, like, chaotic energies. And so maybe you feel a little bit chaotic. Maybe you feel very unique, though. I'm also getting a vibe of, like, Uranus, so rebellion. Your energy, though, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords. I'm seeing uniqueness. I'm seeing the Three of Swords again. We have the Three of Swords in at least 2 of the other piles, maybe all 3 today. But there's lots of heartbreak, I feel like, today, is what we've been talking about. Which is kind of sad. I don't really like talking about heartbreak. But, yeah, it's kind of the vibe. I see you pushing through this heartbreak, though. I see you wanting to endure this pain and, like, get to the end of it so that way you can have what you actually want. And we'll see what that is. Either way, though, I see you as not a quitter. You're somebody who's planning for success. And I see you as conquering whatever problems are in front of you. So let's see. Let's get some oracle cards. This is going to be the general connection. This is your solo energy, like your energy. Let's get the connection energy. We have octahedron. And so there's an energy of communication. Communication could be very clear right now, or it could be a very big problem. Either one, really. But so far I'm seeing communication is quite clear. And so maybe you just had, like, a very good talk with this person. You just, like, communicated, shared your side of the story with them very, like, bluntly, or, like, very, like, honestly. There's been some clear communication. That's what I'm getting. Do I have one of those dice? Where's my dice? They're over there. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my dice. Let's see how the communication has been. 1, Ace of Swords. So it's the beginning of communication. Interesting. We'll roll another one too, just to see. What kind of communication has begun? Like, honest, unhonest? We have the 8. And so I feel like things have been said that weren't before said. Some truths have made their way out. Some, like, honest discussion. Some honest discussion is what I'm getting. The 9 of Wands again. There's a big vibe of resilience. You and this connection is both feeling it. We have the Death card. We are transitioning into Scorpio season, so that makes sense. But yeah, the Death card's been coming up a little bit too today. A couple times. This is pile 4, so I'm, like, in the energy of the other piles still. Not in the energy, but, like, in the other piles I couldn't have compared them to your pile because I'm not that psychic. but the Five of Wands. And so I feel like you're a little bit flustered right now. You're not really sure what you're feeling. Then we have the Chariot and the Three of Swords. You're not sure what you're feeling, but I feel like it hurts on both sides. But I feel like you're willing to push through this. This connection is willing to like transform and grow through this. Y'all aren't quitters is what I'm getting. You want to work through any problems that you're having. But I do kind of see some troubles, some delays, some problems that you need to work through. In the middle, I'm seeing butterflies though. So I am seeing that this is a strong, like passionate connection, which I guess is why the fire is here. There's lots of passion and it just needs to be like funneled correctly, I feel like. But let's see, let's keep going. What are your person's thoughts and feelings for you? What are they thinking? What's on their mind? That is our question. We have Rainbow DNA. That came up in pile 1 too. So this feels like a very unique and a very special connection. I'm actually going to get one more card just in case, like just to bring out some differences to start out with. And that came out in pile 1 as well. So maybe this is connected to pile 1 in some way. And passion fruit. And so I feel like, I really feel like y'all like each other for your differences. You like how unique and how like wise you both are. I feel like life experiences is one of the things that you value in like a partner, somebody who's been through a lot and like who has stories to tell, somebody who has some wisdom on their shoulders. So I feel like you're not like scared of like pain, you're not scared of problems. You're willing to work through them like I was saying earlier. With the strawberry quartz or the red quartz, it's like you're willing to heal these problems. Like you enjoy like the troubles of life. You see life as a journey and like you understand that like nothing's going to be perfect ever. Is kind of what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting now. We have the Six of Swords. And so right now there could be separation. There could be some like separation. There could have been like a leaving behind. I have the Two of Swords on the bottom, so I feel like y'all might not be looking at each other. But this person feels like you left them, maybe. This person feels maybe a little bit abandoned. And this person feels like maybe you've been a little reckless, is what I'm getting. The Knight of Swords. The Eight of Swords on the back. Lots of swords energy in this reading. A lot of air energy. This person feels like you're tying your hands up. You're not really making any decisions right now, is what I'm getting. This person feels like you've maybe been kind of reckless in the past. And maybe you chose to leave them for some reason. Like this person feels kind of left behind, I'm getting. I don't feel any distance. I feel that y'all are like probably nearby each other. I am seeing like a vibe of like wanting to travel. I'm seeing a vibe of leaving each other more so though than wanting to travel. Let's see. The Ace of Wands. What is your person thinking about you? The Eight of Cups. I feel like your person got really like put off guard by like something you did recently. Maybe you just packed your stuff up and left or something, but like they're really like caught off guard by this, I feel like. I feel like they're really like still trying to ponder it. And the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like this person feels like they had like something snatched out of their hands a little bit, which is interesting. This is kind of very different from all the other piles, but like similar but different, definitely. Is that the Knight of Swords or this the Queen of Swords? So this person sees you as like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You could also be a Scorpio, Cancer. They could be a Scorpio, Cancer. But I'm getting Gemini, Libra, Aquarius for you specifically. I'm seeing that they see you as somebody very intelligent, very like kind of sneaky is what I'm getting as well. I'm getting a vibe that your person sees you as witty and like someone who can outsmart their opponent very well. They see you as somebody not to play with, definitely. They respect you a lot. The Four of Swords. That was a card I was talking about earlier. And the Nine of Swords on the back. So many swords cards in this. So many swords cards in this reading. So maybe there's been lots of communication. Y'all really had a lot of time to talk, I feel like. If not, then y'all are both very, very smart people and like very calculated people. We have the Page of Wands coming out in the back now. So there's some fire there somewhere. Let's dig another layer deeper. What is your person's thoughts and feelings about you? What are they thinking? How are they feeling? In regards to you, the Nine of Swords again. So they're seeing you as very reckless. They're seeing you as somebody who doesn't really think about their actions maybe, who just kind of reacts. They're seeing you as somebody like the Seven of Swords. Somebody sneaky. Somebody who's been playing games with them maybe. Your person thinks you've been playing some games is what I'm getting. And then the Strength card on the back and the Death card. And the Magician. This person's like seeing your shadows. They're like really seeing you as your shadows and like seeing like how you've maybe not been honest to them and how maybe you're changing this now. But like in the past, you were definitely, I feel like, not honest to this person, or this is how this person sees you. This is how they perceive the situation. And they're really like saying, they're really calling you out right now is what I feel like. And so if you chose pile 4 and you don't feel like this is your reading, I fully understand if you don't want to listen to this, because it looks like they're seeing you as somebody like very caring, but somebody like who thinks with their mind and like will put their mind over their heart in an instant. You have a big heart. It's just you're scared of getting hurt is what I'm getting. And so you're willing to like put your heart aside and make sure your heart stays guarded so that way it doesn't get hurt. So that way you can protect yourself, and like that means sometimes you'll hurt other people, I'm getting. The 7 of Swords comes out again. That's twice now. There's a big trickster energy in this reading. Very big trickster energy. The Page of Swords. And so your person's definitely watching you, I feel like. They're definitely paying close attention. They definitely feel like you're probably paying attention to them too. Like you're like watching them from in some way. This could be social medias. This could also just be through tarot readings. This could also be through like friends, all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of ways that people get tabs and pay attention to other people. But I'm definitely seeing that there's a vibe of like stalker, kind of like mutual stalkers. Like y'all stalk each other maybe. That's kind of cute. We are recording. Yes, just making sure. Sorry, I couldn't see the thingy in the mirror. But let's see. Let's keep going. Your person definitely sees you as sneaky. They maybe see you as changing this, because we have Death twice. And so they see you as going through some kind of transformation. We have Cancer and Leo, and so you're very calculated, very methodical. They really recognize your third eye. This could be very new love. I was getting a vibe of new communication earlier. Maybe you're both very new to emotions and feelings and like the way this feels in a connection like this. Let's get one more card. The 6 of Cups. And so yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting the vibe that both of you are two people that like aren't really in touch with your emotions. We got the Hermit on the back. And so I feel like you're both kind of learning about emotions. You're both kind of learning how to like set your mind aside and like feel instead of just to think. I feel like this is very new to you. I feel like in most connections, it's been about the mind. It's about like resources, what you can get kind of. And I feel like this is the first connection where you've had butterflies and like you've actually been able to be hurt. And it's kind of scared you a little bit, I think. I feel like you don't want to quit on this connection. I feel like you just don't know how to react in this connection. The 4 of Cups. And so maybe in your life, you've been very like closed off to emotions, literally, like I was saying. You've been very like, you've been in a place where you've been like hiding your emotions. You haven't been addressing them. And so they kind of have piled up and you haven't really know how to take care of like them, how to react with emotions. And I'm getting that this has caused a little bit of heartbreak, a little bit of turbulence in this connection. Yeah. I'm getting that this connection is definitely making you transform though. This does seem like a very transformative connection. I'm kind of getting karmic vibes, but it could be soulmate, twin flame kind of vibes. I'm just getting karmic because I don't feel like it's very like, I don't feel like this connection's been around for a long time. It does seem very new. It seems like the first time though either of you have been met with these kind of like feelings. Or at least you have, is what I'm getting. This is what your person thinks too though. This doesn't necessarily mean the truth. They just see you as somebody who's not emotionally fluent, I feel like. So let's keep going. What are they thinking and what are they feeling about you? We have the Secret Garden. And so they are feeling like you're kind of like a secret getaway. Like you are their happiness. They're like their zen zone. They're like their secret getaway. And then we have Earth's Prayer. And so this person is manifesting success with you. They do want to create something with you. Potentially children, potentially like a family. Because we do have the Chariot coming up in the main connections vibe. And so y'all could really want that together. This could be something you've never thought about with somebody else before too, is what I'm getting. Let's see. What are these shadows that are coming up? What does this person see your shadows? Juggling. And so you could have been juggling connections. This person could have seen you as juggling a lot of connections. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. And so I feel like they see you as somebody who doesn't really understand how to like give and take equally in a relationship. They see you as kind of like selfish in a relationship. Or maybe they see you as kind of like overly generous, either one. But I'm seeing tricky vibes. I'm seeing sneaky vibes. And so this person kind of feels slighted by you. Not gonna lie. Like, they really kind of do is what I'm seeing. Let's get one more card. What are they thinking and feeling? The High Priestess. So they're seeing you as very intuitive as well. They're seeing you as very in touch with your intuition, which is interesting because you're very disconnected from your emotions. But they see you as somebody who definitely, like, who gets insight from the universe and who is paying attention. You're very woke, I feel like, is how they see you. This is the first time I think the High Priestess has come out today. Which is interesting. Oh, there's a card. 3 of Swords. That's not supposed to be there, though. Here we go. The Moon. So very, very intuitive. With the Page of Swords, you're like learning about your intuition every day. You're mastering your intuition, I feel like. I feel like you're learning how to do it. Like, is like, are your intentions for good or for evil? That's the question I feel like I have right now. We have the 4 of Coins. And so your person could see you as somebody who really likes material things, who really appreciates like the finer things in life. And they could see you as somebody who's like really going for those material things a little bit. And then the Queen of Cups. So they see you as somebody who is working on their healing. You are like evolving and like trying to be a more pure, like a more innocent kind of person is what they see. They just see you as having this inside you, but not knowing how to like tap into it necessarily. And the Knight of Cups comes out. So romance. And so they do see you trying to be romantic. They do see you trying to tap into this romance. They just recognize that like maybe you're still learning. Such an interesting connection, I think. Let's see, did I use all the decks already? I feel like I did. Yeah. This reading was much quicker too. It's about 15 minutes, so not too much quicker. So let's see what this 7 of Swords energy is about. The Chariot's coming out. And so I feel like it's past, like, it's things your family has, like, placed on you, kind of. Your family has created, like, bad boundaries or something for you, maybe. Bad, like, trust issues. And I feel like this has created, like, bad coping mechanisms where you don't let people get too close to you and you kind of, like, keep them at arm's length. And you kind of have developed a way to, like, to make sure you don't get your feelings hurt. And, like, you play people a little bit. The Tower. And so, yes, through catastrophic events, you've learned to, like, shield yourself off to them, I feel like. Emotionally. The Hanged Man. And so I don't feel like you intend to hurt people with the Hanged Man here. I feel like you do see other people's sides. You're just so scared, I feel like, of getting hurt is part of it. The Knight of Swords. And so you're recklessly, like, avoiding it. Because we have the Knight of Swords a lot in this reading. The Page of Cups. Your intuition's coming up again. And what are we saying about your intuition? The 9 of Swords. And so your anxiety takes over when your intuition tries to step in. And your, like, body won't let you listen. There's a High Priestess. Your body won't let you, like, listen to your intuition. It's like, no, don't trust that. Trust me. And your mind starts thinking and takes over is what I'm seeing. Let's talk about your intuition for a second. Specifically. Let's look deeper into that. We got Death, the transformation. And so I feel like right now you're coming into contact with your intuition. You're really starting to listen to it for the first time in your life. This connection may have awoken you in some way to that, to your intuition. Because I feel like it started to tap into your emotions. It gave you butterflies for the first time. And so that really, like, started to, like, help you understand, like, what you were feeling and, like, make you question it. The 9 of Swords, anxiety. And the 10 of Wands, flowers. Or the 10 of Flowers, being overwhelmed. It's like having allergies is what I'm getting. You're having allergies right now. It's like the first time you've ever tapped into your intuition and you're just scared by these voices in your head or whatever you're experiencing. You're just not sure how to handle it. We have Temptation, the Devil card falling out of the deck, and the 2 of Swords. And so I feel like you are trying to avoid, like, these negative habits. You're trying to avoid these negative coping mechanisms. Maybe you're becoming more aware of them. We have the 6 of Flowers, and so you will be victorious. You're looking for victory. You're not trying to fail. You're not trying to hurt anybody. I feel like it just was a byproduct of, like, this bad coping mechanism you developed. So let's talk about this 5 of Wands that came in the middle of your reading. The 6 of Wands. No, the 9 of Wands. I don't know. I think it's the 6 of Wands, actually. And so that's twice we've had the 6 of Wands just recently. The 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this 5 of Wands, this spark, really, it gave you hope. It gave you a new kind of hope that you've never had before. It really put, like, an interest in you to, like, look inward instead of to operate out of your ego is what I'm getting. Because we had the Strength card come up earlier when we were talking about the ego. The Emperor. It's desired you to have like, it's giving you the desire to have like a control over your anxiety and like your emotions and like what you're feeling and like an understanding of that. You started to think about karma and justice and balance in new ways, I feel like, too, because of this connection. This connection's really tapped into, like, I feel like your DNA and started to, like, awaken you to, like, these feelings. I guess that's why your stone was red quartz, because red quartz is all about healing past traumas and getting over that and being able to, like, move on and, like, see it as, like, a learning experience. And so I feel like that's what your whole reading is about, is seeing, like, it looks like you're in a pretty deep connection where it's, like, it's teaching you how to love almost. Because like I feel like you're kind of shut off to it. You feel passion and you feel knowledge, but you don't feel like thoughts and stuff, and like kind of your intuition, but you don't really feel like emotions, like empathy, and like you're not able to like really have a connection with somebody. I feel like right now, I feel like it's all in your head. Like you're overthinking like love too much. You don't really know what love feels like, and it's like this person brought love into your life for the first time, and like you're trying to experience it. So very interesting. We have the Emperor coming up again. Judgment, because we do see y'all as having a lot of heartbreak right now. We have the Hierophant, so yikes, that's lots of energy, lots and lots of energy. It looks like you're trying to make a decision around what to do with this connection. It feels very overwhelming too, so what are you trying to make a decision? Yeah, because I feel like you two right now, you're both kind of heartbroken. You both kind of stabbed each other in the back for multiple reasons, and we're not talking about your person really right now. We're talking about what they think about you. And so we're not really talking about like their side of this or your side of the story right now. You know your side of the story, the Four of Wands. But yeah, we're not talking about your side of the story right now. We're talking about theirs and trying to describe that to you. And so I'm sure they've done all kinds of things too. It's just, we're talking about like the sneaky things that they've seen you as having done. This could be a twin flame connection. I'm just getting because of the intensity and like the amount that like it's learning about love and empathy and emotions and all this stuff. And then the Four of Wands just came out when I was kind of thinking about it. Get one more card. The Ace of Wands. This connection has definitely inspired you though to tap into your emotions and really learn about yourself. It's really inspired you to look inward and start healing your trauma. I feel like start healing your childhood traumas. Let's see. Let's get another one of these cards and then we're gonna start wrapping up. Heart Taurus. It's got your heart like spinning. So, any other final messages from your person? What are they thinking about you? Anything else they want to share with us? The Ace of Pentacles. And so they want a new opportunity with you. They want a new chance with you, I feel like. The Herald of Cups. And the Emperor. The Emperor's come up a lot here at the end. So they do desire some kind of control. It looks like your person could have control issues of some kind. Where they feel like they need to be in control of things. Otherwise, it's like kind of chaotic. And so I'm seeing that they're trying to control you a little bit. And I feel like that's part of what scares you. We have the Queen of Wands. And so they see you as very independent, I'm getting. The Herald of Wands too. Very, very independent. And I feel like this scares them. You're kind of a wild card, like I said in the beginning. Like that Uranus energy where it's like rebellion. Like you like to rebel. The Herald of Swords. And so your person is watching you. They are really paying attention and like trying to learn about you. They're trying to understand you, I feel like, in a new way. The Queen of Cups, and they see you healing. They do see you working on this. The Three of Swords and the Five of Swords. And so they do see that they've caused you a lot of heartbreak too, and that you have a lot of heartbreak that you like came with into this relationship. And so it's like this relationship has kind of sparked both of you into a healing phase, I feel like. It's really inspired you both to look inward and like look at yourselves and see what you can like learn about yourselves and how to heal yourselves. It's really brought, I feel like, good into both of your lives. It's definitely brought love into your life and like awoken your heart a little bit. So that's beautiful. The Sun is the last card we're going to finish on. And the Ace of Cups. With the Ten of Swords though, see? That's the childhood trauma. It's like you're joyful and like loving, but it's like it's combated with these feelings of betrayal. Like this expectation that it's going to fail and it's all going to get worse. Let's see what your advice is right now. We have the Joker. To be yourself. That is the first and foremost thing. To tame your shadows by being yourself. The Seven of Swords. That's your card today. I'm just kidding though. That's how your person feels about you though. They do feel a little bit like you're a little bit sneaky. The Six of Swords. So maybe leaving behind this negative behavior. I guess it depends on what you want in this situation. Do you want to continue, I guess, being sneaky, or do you want to try for love route? Do you want to continue tapping back into your emotions? The Three of Pentacles. to focus on your work right now, to focus on your endeavors and continue growing like your empire. Because I feel like you could get distracted with this like this thought of new love and stuff. It could really distract you and really pull away from your other endeavors. And it's saying to focus on both at the same time and to allow the love to come into your heart naturally. Because otherwise I feel like it'll overwhelm you if you push too hard. You need some kind of outlet, some kind of area to distract you. What about this Page of Wands? The Ace of Wands and the Page of Cups. Overall, you're being guided to follow your intuition and to listen to yourself, to manifest what you want, and to go about life how you want to still continue living your free and rebellious life, and to continue healing trauma as you get to it. It's definitely important to heal trauma, but like there's other things in life other than just love still. There's still more important things, and there's still things that are different and important in different ways. I feel like this connection, if it is meant to be, it'll work out, like I say in like a couple of these videos today. If it's meant to be, it'll work out. And so setting it free could help both of you out because it could allow you both to grow on your own. I feel like it kind of catalyzed or like started off the growth process though. And so it feels like you've already done a lot of work for each other and you've really helped each other out a lot. It's just like, it's about learning to master your mind and learning to understand these things that like you've never understood in your life before. And so it's very complex. And your person sees all this about you, so they should be pretty understanding, hopefully. Let's see, let's get one card about that. The Ace of Swords, they're beginning to become understanding. They're beginning to think about it in that way, where it's like you are just learning and like to be more gentle with you. I feel like they're just learning as well, and so it's just a game of like, who's gonna learn quicker? And that's why it's better to spend time apart sometimes. The Ten of Swords. So past traumas, it's creeping into the present. But yes, this looks like overall a kind of overwhelming connection, but it looks like one that is literally like pointed you towards the direction of healing only. Like that's what this connection looks like, is healing, 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 healing. And so it can be very difficult to heal, and especially when somebody's pushing you into healing, like when you're not, maybe weren't ready yet, it can be very difficult. And so be very patient with yourself and be very kind to yourself, be very loving to yourself, and be very loving to your person. Try to not, try to only express love and try to only share love in your connection. But yes, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. I love you too.